Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2020 horror film Medusa. A film that is co-written and directed by Matthew Beesey, and it stars Megan Purvis, Kate Sanderson, Sarah T. Cohen and Nicola Wright. And actually, Megan Purvis was in the recently reviewed film Hatched that I did on the channel. Don't know if this film is connected to that in regards to the production and things. But this is another UK-based horror film, and it focuses on Megan Purvis's character Carly, who is a prostitute, and she is dropped off at like this caravan park where there's a few other prostitutes living, and it's like a little community with like a madam that looks after them, obviously, and then they get touted about to the locals for you know what. And one of these particular locals that she goes to offer her services to is quite a strange encounter. She gets bitten by a snake, and then slowly but surely the rest of the film follows her as she slowly begins to transform and evolve into some kind of snake or serpent that allows her to kind of shed her skin physically and metaphorically and become this new woman. Right, what are my thoughts on Medusa? Positives first. I actually thought the film was quite an interesting idea. I'd not seen anything like this so much. I actually thought the performances here were pretty strong by everybody. Some quite emotive performances. I thought Megan Purvis was excellent in the role as this strong-willed woman that really is trying to fight back and trying to get out of the situation that she's in. So yeah, I enjoyed the performances. It felt gritty, it felt realistic, you felt for these women that, you know, were in this situation in regards to the prostitution ring that they were a part of and things like that. So you were actually on her side, this character Carly, for the majority of this film, because, you know, she's got it bad as the other girls do in this in this caravan park sort of thing. The negatives are, I think the pacing will put some people off. The believability factor will put some people off. I mean, it plays around with an interesting idea, but the execution of it at times was a bit off. You know, I thought it was going to kind of turn into a bit of a body horror type film, and we never really got that. We got a couple of scenes of, you know, spitting things up or that sort of thing, and a couple of really awkward scenes with like fangs. It almost felt like a vampire film at times. She was acting like a vampire for a lot of the film until like near the end. So it felt like really that the film might have worked better in like as an anthology piece, in a like cut down massively, like a shorter story added to like an anthology story, anthology film if you like. Because what we kind of got after like the first 25 minutes or so was like the same scenarios, you know, customers trying to, you know, use her because she's a prostitute, her fighting back, biting back, etc., etc. The pimp that is, you know, pimping them out that keeps coming to visit her and treating her and the others really badly. You know how he's going to end up. So it's almost a case of she spends a lot of the film righting the wrongs in her life, but it's the same thing over and over again. Customer, bad, bite him, good, yeah. Pimp, bad, kill him, bite him, yeah. It never really goes beyond that. It doesn't explore it beyond that, which is a shame, because I think it was set up in a way where it could have explored in a different way. It could have done the body horror route. The performers in the film I think were strong enough to pull off aspects of this film in that sense. And I know it's a low budget horror, and you don't really get a huge amount of effects in the film. There is an effects film right at the end that it doesn't work really, unfortunately. The other really effects that you get is kind of like, you know, like flaky skin type stuff and skin peeling scenes, that sort of thing. Nothing in the extreme. And like I say, I do think it's an opportunity missed. It could have almost been like, you know, like The Fly, the Jeff Goldblum film. You know, his transformation from like human to this other thing was, gruesome to some degree, and we never really got that here in this film. It's almost like by the end, she'd embraced it all, which is fine, and then she's, you know, it just presents this person at the end, if you like. I don't know. I felt like the ending was a bit underwhelming for me. I think they could have gone in a slightly different direction, I think, with the film and to make it a bit more impactful. But it's not a terrible film. It's not a bad film. It's certainly watchable. There are definitely weak points in it. But as a Medusa film, something a little bit different, there are aspects of it certainly watchable. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. So that is my review for Medusa. Beauty is the Beast. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more content very, very soon.